Good evening. My name is Juliet Jones, and you're watching the AIDS Call-In Live Show, and I'm with Universal Family Connection. And I'm here to talk to you about HIV and AIDS, and we're going to start off getting some things out the way. Universal Family Connection is a social service agency, and we're located at 1350 West 103rd Street in Chicago in the Beverly area. We also have a location at 79th and Western. And we are, as I said, a social service agency, and we have two support groups. We have a support groups on Thursday, and I want to show you right quick. Let's get that out the way. It's for HIV positive adults, and we're also focusing on art therapy at our Thursday group. And then we have another group, and the other group is an HIV positive for a positive adults. And this is every Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And as you see, we do have snack provided. And so I encourage you all to take part in our support groups. As I said, it's every Friday for that one. And the other one was every Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. So thank you. So now we're going to go back to our AIDS Live call-in show. And feel free to call in. It's 312-738-1060 with your questions on HIV and AIDS or your comment. So we're going to have to start off with, what is HIV? What does that acronym stand for? Human Immunodeficiency Virus. And AIDS, what does that acronym stand for? Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. When a person tests positive for HIV, they're followed by a doctor, and only a doctor can determine an AIDS diagnosis based upon the person's immune system or their white cells. And so I'm going to walk you through the treatment process. So if a person tests positive, how ready are they to take the medicine or treatment? So when you think about a person's HIV positive, just don't think about taking medicine every day. Think about treatment. So are they treatment ready? And only you can determine that, not a doctor, you. So I have some questions that I would like to ask, the viewers. Are you ready? How ready are you to commit to taking your medicine every day? Now, some people have determined if they was able to take medicine every day, then they're ready to take their HIV medicine every day, because it is important to take your medicine every day. And also, were you able to finish a prescription? If you had a prescription for 7 days or 14 days, how successful were you in finishing off that prescription of non-HIV meds? So now just imagine if it were HIV medicine. So I want you to call in. How ready? Are you not ready? Or you have to think about getting ready? Or I'm ready. Now, even if you have to think about getting ready, or if you're still on the I'm not ready, then what is stopping you? So we can go further down the line. Is it that you have to make a change in your diet? Well, nowadays the medicine is so advanced, you don't have to rush somewhere to go home or somewhere to eat taking your your HIV meds. So they can work it out, a meal. So you don't have to change your diet. And exercise, we're doing that anyway. We're walking, that's a form of exercise. Jogging, that's a form of exercising. Stretching, that's a form of exercising. So it's not too much, to your diet that you would have to make that change with the new type of medicine there is. And also, you probably say, oh, well, I got work, I got school is in the way, my home schedule. So those, I think, only you can determine that. Now, at Universal Family Connection, I'm a health educator. So you can always sit down with me and we can do one of those treatment readiness checklists. And so it's client-centered. So that's the great thing about it. So only you can tell me if you're ready, because it is important for you to be ready. A doctor can't rush you. A doctor can't even tell you that you're ready. And as we have this show, so I encourage you to call in. I encourage you to come see us at Universal Family Connection. I also encourage you to tune in to the AIDS Call-In Live Show, because as we go on with this series, we'll walk you through about taking the medicine, about the side effects of the medicine, and everything else there is to know about treatment. So let's go further down the line. How about, can you carry your meds with you? Because we're on the go nowadays. And yes, you have to determine, are you ready for that? Do you have a safe place to keep your medication? Whether it's your purse, or sometimes you can take those takeaway medicine holders, and they're about this small, so easy to hide away somewhere in your pocket or in your purse. And when I say, now the medicine is so easy, not only is it easy to carry, imagine if you had a container this small, one pill. Now it's so advanced, it's only one pill that a person would take for their HIV regimen. So just imagine, things has improved. And that's why it is important to be ready and to improve with those different changes that goes on out of our lives day in and day out. And then also support groups. Do you have the support of a friend or an agency you can go to, like Universal Family Connection, for support groups? That's important. Are you able to talk to family members in case you need some more support, or in case you have questions about your medicine? Guess what? And we keep overlooking the pharmacists. There are so many pharmacists out there that's ready to answer your questions about the HIV medications. But you have to ask yourself, do I have support? Yes, I have support, or no, I don't have the support. Like I said, now there's agencies and pharmacies just ready to stand by to answer questions. And there's always the AIDS call-in live show that can answer your questions about medication or HIV treatment, or just how do you get HIV. And we'll cover that as well as we go along with this AIDS call-in show. And so a next set of questions is, do I need an alarm on my phone to remind me to take the medication? Or what is it that I need? Do I have that? Or no, do I? Or yes, I do have that. And when you think about an alarm, nowadays, smartphones, that's so easy. We can plug in the time of day to take our medication through our smartphones, or a calendar. We also have calendars on our phones, right? And once I said before, the medicines, one day, one pill a day. Sometimes some people only own one pill regimen now, because that one pill regimen is combined with two or more different components of the medications. So think about that. A-tripla, one pill, that's the name of an HIV medication. You could put that in a carry-all that you can put in your purse. So it's easy for your alarm now to alert you to when it's time for your medicine. And so as we go through the checklist, there's other questions, right? Because we all have different schedules, different lifestyles. So that's why it's important. And another thing, once a person is taking the medications every day, now they're being adherent. That's called being adherent to your regimen. But not just to your medication. You have to be adherent to your doctor's appointment. As I stated in the beginning, a person's HIV positive, they're being followed by a doctor. So are you ready to go to the doctor every 3 to 4 months out of the year? That's important. Why? Why is that so important? Because the doctor have to monitor your labs. You have to monitor the white blood cells, the red blood cells, all of that, the lipid profile. So that's why you do have to assess and say, are you ready? Are you ready to be treated for your HIV illness? And I know there's stigma surrounding HIV, but we have to be mindful and to be able to communicate that to people. HIV is a health-related illness. So therefore, there is no difference if a person had another sexually transmitted disease. There is no difference if a person had heart disease. Those are medically related illnesses. So why is there a stigma? And so that's something that we have to just keep working on. We have to keep educating people. And I do believe when a person is in treatment for their HIV illness, they will feel so empowered to want to educate people. And it starts with educating self. So that's why this AIDS call-in show is designed for just that. So I welcome you to please call in 312-738-1060. We're at Ken TV, and we're welcome to take your phone calls. I'm Juliet Jones, and I'm with Universal Family Connection. As I stated, we have 2 support groups. Getting that support group is so important. We have support group on Thursdays from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. That is so important. Then we also have a longer support group for longer hours on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And you're welcome to come to both groups. And that's why I said it depends on your lifestyle. Oh, Juliet, I'm not ready for a Thursday group. Well, okay, we have one Friday. I can't come in the evening time, the afternoon, the 2:30 to 3:30. Well, then guess what? There's one from in the morning. I'm a morning person, Juliet. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And you don't have to stay for that 4 hours. See, we're not trying to rush you in. And that's something you also have to weigh. How ready are you? How ready are you to go to a support group? Are you that morning person? And you can also take your medication around your support group. Sometimes, you were so rushed to leave out the house. Well, at 10 a.m., that's a safe place. You can take your medication there. There's no stigma surrounding HIV for a person to have that at Universal Family Connection. Universal Family Connection is a social service agency that's been around for 35 years. So there's no stigma there. We also have individual counseling by 2 licensed therapists. See, are you ready for that? That's part of treatment. It's not just about having HIV. It's not just about going to a support group. It's not just about taking your medication or going to a doctor. Treatment for self, individual counseling, that is just as important. You have to ask yourself, am I ready? No, I'm not ready. Or yes, I'm ready. So just keep that in mind. That is important as the group therapy. So now, is it a good thing to stop taking your HIV meds? You would have to weigh that. And then I recommend to be followed by a doctor, asking your doctor, because only your doctor is the one who can, best tell you why you should stop taking your HIV meds. There are some instances, and when a person is followed by their doctor and the doctor stops their medication due to side effects, that's so too much for the person, or for other medications interfering with the HIV. So that's why it's important to be adherent to your medical doctor's appointment as well. So, once again, you're watching Ken TV, and it's a live AIDS call-in show. I do welcome people to call in, 312-738-1060. And I want to direct you just to our website, just to let you know, Universal Family Connection. We have so many things going on. We have substance abuse program. We have an adoption service program. We have a domestic violence program for the abuser as well as the perpetrator of the abuse. So I do encourage you to come to Universal Family Connection. We also do HIV testing. As I said, that's the first start. Getting tested, knowing your status, and it's always confidential. Even a negative test result is confidential as well. So I just want you to be mindful of that. Knowing your status. For me, I don't like when a person says, oh, that person is positive, oh, they have an AIDS diagnosis. Now, this is what can help stop stigma. I'll ask, do you know your status? Mind you, they don't have to tell me, but I'm asking. I'm opening up the dialogue on HIV and AIDS, and that is what it takes to stop stigma. So that's important. So how ready are you once you test positive to start your treatment? That's another thing. Are you ready for the stigma that comes with HIV? Are you ready to educate yourself? Yes or no? So you have to ask yourself that. Here are some true or false questions. Can HIV meds be taken at different times of the day? on the weekends or the holidays? Is there a break in the medication? True or false? Well, the answer is false. As I stated in the beginning, you must take your medicine every day. So, once again, my name is Juliet Johnson. I'm with Universal Family Connection, and I do welcome you to come into our office for our support groups every Thursdays from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. or on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I thank you for watching our show. This is an AIDS call-in live show. Feel free to call Universal Family Connection at 773-881-1711, extension 1156. My name is Juliet Jones. Feel free to call me for those off-air questions. So, and let me just put you up to our website once again. So I do encourage you to get involved on knowing your status. And as we go off the air, everyone have a great evening and ask yourself if you're positive. Am I ready to start treatment? And what does treatment involve? You're watching the AIDS Call-In Live Show. And I'm Juliet Jones with Universal Family Connection.